Ih, Piopi. Motivated. With me. Break time. Any break me. What will it zip us? Falcon Power.